Law 5, commit to yourself. Imagine the kind of person you would be if you did everything you said you were going to do. This week, I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to start working out again. I'm going to work on that side business I have been thinking about. I'm going to be patient with those that annoy me. Now realize the only thing stopping you from being that person is yourself. To be the best version of yourself is as simple as keeping the promises you make to yourself. Unfortunately, like most things in life, this is easier said than done. When we make promises to ourselves, we are eager to keep it and swear on our lives that we will. But when the time comes to keep that promise, the version of us that was so committed is nowhere to be found. Instead, in their place, we find a version of ourselves that argues like a lawyer in the opposite direction, trying to rationalize why we shouldn't feel said promises. It's too hot. I'm too tired. That was a stupid idea. It's not that important. I can do it later. You see, the reason it's easy to make up the promise is because you are not the one who needs to keep the commitment. It's the future you who is responsible for that. This is the appeal of procrastination. It gives you today by promising you'll do what's necessary tomorrow. There's a whole subculture that grew up waiting to the last minute to complete a 3-month book report the night before it was due. Wow, that was me. While not idea, this mindset might for school and work, but it is ineffective when it comes to bettering ourselves. There is no due date. No one but ourselves to hold us responsible for our commitments to ourselves. That future you will be the same uncommitted you unless you do something about it and change immediately. Realize too that the more you break promises to yourself, the easier it gets to do so, and the less you end up trusting yourself, whether you realize it or not. Breaking commitments to yourself weakens the will and conditions the soul to not take yourself seriously. It's the same when anyone repeatedly breaks promises. You become untrusting and take it for fact that they will break their next promise long before they are given the chance. The upside to someone breaking a promise to you is that it's their character that's at stake, not yours. However, when you break a promise to yourself, it's much more than character that's at stake, it's your life. It's possible to break out of this unhealthy relationship with yourself. All it will cost is a small portion of your comfort. The solution is twofold. One, strengthen your will by making and upholding small promises to yourself that you can follow through with immediately. This can come in the form of making your bed each day, ending showers with the water on cold, keeping your room in order, taking out the trash when it's full. These tasks should take no longer than 5 minutes, making them achievable for everyone. They are easily manageable to the point that to argue against them is silly. Two, if you can do something immediately, don't promise yourself you'll do it later. Do it now. With little things, for example, don't promise you'll start working out tomorrow or next week. Start today. Don't promise yourself you'll stop eating junk food tomorrow. Start today. Don't promise that you'll start living for yourself next year. Start today. There's no need to wait. That's just an excuse not to start, an excuse to push responsibility on a you that doesn't exist yet. Even the biggest promises can be broken down into manageable portions that you can work on today. As small as these steps are, they will be the foundation on which you build trust for yourself. You have to feel comfortable walking before you can feel confident running. Wow, that is so good. And a reminder, I'm going to walk today. I am so guilty of promising to myself that I'm going to start a diet tomorrow. The other thing that I found super true is starting to do those small tasks right then. And I'll just say a personal example for me is by keeping my house tidy. A total shift that I have done when it comes to cleaning is not approaching it as a weekend chore. And this is something I learned on a cleaning channel. Keeping Windex in every bathroom, keeping Clorox wipes in every room, keeping a handheld vacuum cleaner. And when I see something, I get it right then. Instead of thinking on the weekend, I do a full top down cleaning. Certain things I just do all the time. I mop my floors 2, 3 times a week. If I see a scuff or some dirt on the wall, I just get it then. Making my bed every morning is just something I do. Washing clothes, folding clothes, putting them away, not letting them pile up, things like that. And it has become such a habit. I actually enjoy it now, and I actually enjoy cleaning little things. I'll see something kind of messy or out of place, and I get a little excited that I get to clean. It's crazy. But it did start small and incrementally. So this is a really good reminder. And if I could just apply that to my fitness, because this has been a struggle for me, is being consistent in the gym and being consistent with eating healthy. When I say struggle, my future self doesn't really want to do it. Myself right now wants to be skinny. The future self is like, I don't care if you're skinny or not. I don't want to do it.